took a few days and I haven't recorded anything, so because I didn't really know anything. So today is the 13th of June 2016. I've officially started T.P.N, my lipids, fluids. I got my first Picc line since 2010. So I am having major flashbacks and feeling a lot of anxiety because this is the closest I've been to where I was in 2010 when I got so sick and almost died. So, and that's where my PTSD stems from. So, as you can imagine, I am a little bit of a mess. I'm trying to stay strong, and I'm using my faith and praying a lot and talking to God a lot. And I know that, for me personally, that's where I can find safety. That's where I can find comfort and peace. So I'm realigning myself with God lately, and it's been something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and I can just feel the weight coming off my shoulders. I just feel lighter, and I feel good. I'm getting ready to go through something extremely terrifying, and I may wake up with something, that's completely changed the course of my life. I might wake up and I might have an ostomy bag, and it might be permanent, it might be temporary, and it might not even happen. But I'm preparing for everything because I don't want to wake up and be in shock and not be able to cope. I want to be prepared, and I want to be educated, and I want to be as well informed as possible, so that way when whatever happens, I am capable of coping, and I am not, and I don't struggle too much, because the most important thing for me is getting better and getting home to my kids. And I also think my kids are probably going to have a little bit of difficulty with this, so I absolutely have to stand up and be strong for my children. If I can't do it for myself, I have to do it for my children. And hopefully this will take away a lot of the pains that I have, and hopefully maybe, maybe I'll get better as far as GI issues, which is a pretty significant part of the pain that I live in daily because of all the scar tissue. That's why I was taking pain meds, probably months ago before I stopped. Was because of the fact that I have so much scar tissue and reoccurring small bowel obstructions, and apparently, it's in the same place as it was in 2010, which is where starts with an A. Basically, there's a stricture in my I don't remember, but it's where the intestine and the rectum connect. And also because I had 7 polyps in my rectum, they are doing I can't remember what it's called, postectomy. They're removing the rectum. I think I told you guys that in the last video, but I'm not positive. And another thing that I did not mention is that in September of 2015, I was diagnosed with a disease called Addison's disease. And it is a very, very, very complex condition. And it's rare to the point where I'm having a lot of difficulties with medical professionals because they're telling me things that, they're telling me certain things, and then I'm reading certain things, and there's not been a lot of improvement since, 50 years ago. I mean, this is a disease that John F. Kennedy had, and we haven't made very many advancements in finding a cure or anything like that. A lot of this stuff is pretty much the same as it was for, our president. And it's basically, I do not produce cortisol. My adrenal glands, they fail to function, and cortisol is extremely important. You need it for everything in your body, because it also controls hormones. It controls, just numerous things. And so if you're not producing cortisol, number one, it's extremely dangerous. You know, you have to have cortisol to survive. Number two, you are walking around kind of in a fog and a haze. It's hard to make sense of things. There's just the list is so long. And like there's just so many symptoms and so many different problems, and the fact that I suffer from malnutrition just adds to all of this, you know. It's just like one thing after another, after another, after another. So I feel like I have this list of all these things, you know, that I see as challenges that I have to overcome, you know. I'm not just going to accept the fact that that I don't absorb things and just kind of leave it at that. Obviously, I have to figure out solutions, and I have to advocate for myself. And part of advocating for myself is doing a lot of research and informing myself and kind of being obsessed. And it's not the best thing, but I want to be healthy so bad that I'm devoting myself to finding ways to get better, because I want to be a better mother and I want to be capable, and I don't want my children to grow up, you know, in a household where their mother is sick. Two extremely talented doctors are going to be doing this procedure, along with the endocrinologist to monitor my Addison's, and a hematologist because of my blood. Yeah, the light blue. It'll come back on though. I know that these videos are not the best of quality. I've been trying to figure out where I have my web camera that would make these videos a little bit better quality and a little bit easier to watch. You know, they wouldn't be so shaky and unstable, because I'm currently using my phone, and you know that only works so well. And I'm also doing all the editing for the videos on my phone, so it's not necessarily ideal. And I really want to make this channel, you know, as high quality and reliable as possible, because when we're talking about these types of conditions and diseases, it's very serious, and I feel like, you know, it needs to be taken seriously.